Hi everyone, welcome back to another New Year's Challenge video brought to you in collaboration with WUUFLY. My name is Ree and I'm going to guide you through another 30-minute flow today, working with the earth and air element, really rooting down in extended tabletops and opening up through the spine in Wild Thing. So working into the back and the hips. So when you're ready, grab your block or any props you might need and your mat, and I'll join you there in a moment. So to begin, just bring your right heel to the outside of your right hip, extend your left leg out in front of you, and just very gently bring your hands behind you, leaning back into this half hero pose or half saddle pose, leaning on your arms here. If you're happy here, then stay as you are. If you want a bit more depth, if you're not feeling much here, just lower down onto your elbows. Don't worry too much if that right knee starts to lift. If you're feeling any pain in that right knee, take the knee a little wider. Try and keep the right hip bone down, or the buttock, I should say, easing back. If you want a little bit more, ease all the way down onto your back. Again, don't worry too much if that right knee lifts. It just suggests a very tight quad, and it will soon start to drop. Breathing into your belly here. And relaxing as you exhale. One more big breath here, breathing in through the nose. And releasing the breath as you soften the hip and the knee. On your next exhale, slowly make your way back up. Help your right leg out in front of you and just let the blood flow return into that right knee, maybe even rubbing the right knee here. We'll do the same again on the other side. Left heel comes to the outside of your left hip. Right leg stays out in front of you. Again, just check in with how that knee feels. Ease yourself back onto your elbows. And then if you want a little bit more, lying on your back and just allow that left knee to lift if it wants to. Eventually it will start to relax. Maybe encouraging your left glute to stay down on the floor, your left hip to relax. Breathing deeply in through the nose. Filling up your rib cage, filling up your belly. As you exhale, try to relax. Take one more breath here. On your next inhale, creep your way back up nice and slowly. Help your left leg out in front of you. Let the blood flow into that left knee. Give that left knee a little rub maybe. Coming onto your hands and knees, finding your tabletop position. We're going to just take some cat-cows just to wake up the spine. Spread your fingers. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, your knees under your hips. Pull your belly in for a moment. Taking most of the weight now in your arms, pull forwards, lift your gaze as you breathe in. As you breathe out, start to round through the back, tucking the tailbone and chin under. Inhale, pull forwards, using your fingertips, push the floor away, draw your chest forwards, shoulders back. Exhale when you're ready, rounding through the spine. Moving with your breath. Last one. Pull those shoulders back. Exhale, round. Pushing the floor away. Come back to neutral spine. Just glance round your right shoulder, looking at your right heel. And round to the left. Pull the belly in. And to the right. and to the left. Coming back through, walk your hands forwards, take a gentle melting heart pose, doing this early on in the class, easing down to the floor. So just be mindful of how this feels. Hips stay over knees, arms extended, hands shoulder width or maybe even wider, just to give your chest some space to drop. Rest the forehead down. If you're feeling open, you can bring the chin forwards if that's accessible for your neck. Two more breaths here. And bear in mind you're still warming up. Bring your hands back in and just lower down on your heels. Find a kneeling position. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Interlace your hands behind your back. Take a little shoulder shimmy. Extend through the arms. Just a little rock from side to side. Lift the arms away from you. Maybe separate the knees slightly and just come over into your child's pose. Gently lowering the head down as the arms lift. You can continue to rock a little bit from side to side here. Opening the shoulders, keeping your hands clasped. Lifting the arms away from your back. And gently lift back up. And release your hands. Just bring your hands onto your lap. Let your shoulders soften. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone under. And just let that right ear move down towards the shoulder. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more breath. And drop the chin to the chest. Pause there for a moment, just opening through the back of the neck. Keep that belly pulled in and then take your left ear to your left shoulder. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lower the chin to chest and gently lift up. You can keep the eyes closed, just lift the jaw, keep the mouth closed, chin to ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, chin to chest. Coming into your tabletop now. Just take very gentle little circles over the wrists. Tucking the toes under and just move forwards and back. Just waking up the toes, the wrists, fingers, feet. And then sliding onto your belly, ease yourself down to the mat. Lower onto your stomach, legs behind you, untuck the toes, bring your hands under your shoulders, grip the mat with your fingertips, pull forward, squeeze the elbows in towards your rib cage, and gently lift the gaze. Squeeze your glutes and come up into your cobra. Try and keep the elbows as close to your rib cage as you can. Drop the shoulders. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, press into your feet, hip bones, pull forwards. Inhale, rise back up. Glutes on, pushing hips down. Exhale, descend. One more time. Inhale, pull forwards, roll up. Using your back muscles, really squeeze your glutes, push your hips down. Exhale, all the way down, take a little rest. And shake out your hips. Okay, so just making sure you've got space in front of you. You're going to just bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Reach for your elbows with your hands, making sure they're shoulder width apart, and then spread the hands out in front of you. Take your left hand across diagonally in front of you as you pull your right foot in. Take the weight in that left elbow and reach back for your right foot. I like to take the inside of the foot, but you can take the outside or the inside, doesn't matter. Start to pull the foot down, push that right hip into the mat. Try not to collapse into this front left arm. Press into the mat with the left forearm and look forwards here. Breathing in. Keep pressing the right hip bone down, lifting the chest. And again, breathing in. Exhale here. One more breath. Gently release the right foot and rest down on the floor. Maybe bringing your head onto your hands and just wiggle out your hips. And come back into your Sphinx shape, elbows under shoulders. Take the right arm diagonally across in front of you, taking the weight in that right elbow. Reach back for your left foot, outside or inside of the foot. Pull the foot in towards your bum so you're getting a nice quad stretch. Press into that right elbow, push into that left hip bone, and lift your gaze, lift your chest. Holding here. And again, breathing in. Keep lifting through the chest, pressing your hips down. One more breath. Gently release the left foot and come all the way back down onto your mat. Rest your head, wiggle out your hips. Breathing into your belly will really help to expel the tension in the lower back. Really nice. And from here, gently lift back up into your tabletop position. So you're going to step your feet back, one at a time to the back of your mat. Find your plank pose, pull forward, stone through the back. Lift the right leg off the floor, not too high, and step the right toes behind you. Pivot now, so you're balancing your weight in your left arm. Hips go high, come into your wild thing, reach your right fingers straight up to the ceiling. Bring the right hand back down, bring the right knee back down. And then lift or float the left leg off the floor, keeping that left foot flexed. Pull the belly in, and now float your right fingers forwards. Gaze straight down at the mat and reach away with right fingers, kick away with left heel, and your left arm is really strong, gripping the mat with your left fingertips. Lower hand, lower knee, step back, plank position. Strong plank, shoulders over wrists. Left foot hovers. Step the left foot behind you. Inhale, lift up, wild thing. Reach your left fingers up to the ceiling, hips high. Exhale, lower left hand, left knee. Float the right leg up. Activate that back foot. Reach the left fingers forwards, pull your belly in. Full extension. Strong right arm, gaze down. Lower hand. Lower knee. If you want to at this point, if your wrists are starting to feel it, you can come back onto your heels, circle out the wrists. Or if your hips and lower back are starting to feel it, you could also take a little hip circle. So just use next couple of breaths to recover. Beautiful, tucking your toes under. Let's inhale, lift to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Exhale, press the weight back. Readjust hands, readjust feet. Start to take any stretches that you need to in your first down dog now. Gaze between your knees. Soften the knees, heels floating in the air. Strong arms here, dropping the crown of your head down towards the floor. Pull forwards, plank position. Roll into that plank. Then lower, knees, chest, chin. Slide through onto your belly. Untuck the toes, push your feet and hips into the mat. Hands under shoulders. Inhale, pull forwards and then curl up. Using your back muscles, glutes on, really squeezing your buttocks, pushing your hips down, elbows in, dropping the shoulders down your back. Exhale, child's pose, rolling over your knees. Hips to heels, head to floor, stretch it out now. Reach those fingers forwards, breathing into your belly, your lower back. And again. Really nice, come forwards, find your tabletop position. We're going to build on the sequence, step back, plank position. Stack shoulders over wrists, right foot hovers, step right foot behind, wild thing, hips up, reach the right fingers to the ceiling. Right hand comes down, right knee comes down, left leg hovers, extend the left leg, kick into the heel, right hand reaches forwards, pull the belly in. Now reaching back for your left foot, pull the foot into the bum, reach the right hand back, see if you can reach the foot. If you have the foot, kick the foot into the hand. Keep gripping the mat with your left fingertips, gaze down if you feel a bit unstable, or lift your gaze. From here, release the left foot gently, but keep the left leg floating. Right hand comes back down to the mat. Left leg active, so you're pointing or flexing that back foot. As the leg lifts, you're going to bow your nose down and tap the floor between your thumbs. Straighten the arms, tuck your right toes under, lift all the way up, three-legged dog. Push through both arms equally, gaze to the back of the mat. Breathing in. Left leg really lifting a little higher. And again, in breath. One more. Draw the left knee forwards, really rounding through the back. Step your left foot between your hands. Right foot joins it at the top of your mat. Take your forward fold. Rolling up slowly, pressing down through the arches of your feet. Curl up the spine, keep the knees soft. Lift all the way up, reach your hands over your head. Full reach, full extension. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Hands down, step back, plank position. Move through your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Shoulders forwards. Inhale. Exhale. Making your way down, finding your cobra or up dog. Inhale, glutes on. Exhale, child's pose or roll over your toes and make your way into downward facing dog. Make your adjustments if you're in down dog, if you're in child's pose, breathing into that belly. Coming back up when you're ready, find your down dog position. Inhale, roll forwards, plank pose. Strong arms, left foot hovers. Step the left foot back, reach the left fingers up, hips high. Exhale, left hand down, left knee down, right leg floats up behind you. Pull the belly in, left fingers reach forwards. Now pull the foot into your bum, reach back with your left hand, reaching further than you think, but don't collapse in that right arm. Your front arm is strong, keep gazing down. If you have the foot, kick foot into hand and lift your gaze if you feel ready. Strong right arm. Gently release, left hand comes down, right leg stays lifted. As the right leg lifts, bow, tap your nose between your thumbs onto the mat. Straighten the arms, tuck the left toes under, three-legged dog. Exhale, breathing in and out. Keep that right leg nice and high. 2 more breaths. Try not to lift the right hip too high. Right hip facing the floor, working into the glute. Right foot steps through between your hands. Left foot joins it, top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, rolling up slowly, pushing down into your feet. Let the arms dangle, curling all the way up. Reach your arms over your head. And just reach your right fingers up to the ceiling. And then the left. And again the right. And the left. Inhale, hands together. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Tucking the chin under. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat, step back, plank position. Strong shoulders, pull forwards, your way down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Easing to the floor, finding your back bend, cobra or up dog, really squeezing those glutes, pulling the shoulders back, chest forwards. Exhale to child's pose or to downward facing dog, making your way into either a passive or active rest. Make your adjustments. Hands, feet. Rolling forwards when you're ready. Lifting into down dog, if you're in child's pose, of course. And then rolling into your plank position when you're there. Strong plank, and last sequence. Right leg lifts, step the right foot behind, take your wild thing and reach up. Lower the hand, lower the knee. Float the left leg up behind you. Reach the right fingers forwards, belly in. Take your tiger pose, your bind, reaching back for the foot if you can. Press down through the left fingers, kick the foot into the hand, lift your gaze. Gently release, right hand down, bow to the earth, tapping your nose onto the mat, lift that left leg a little higher. Straighten through the arms, tuck the right toes under. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, left foot steps through. Inhale, warrior three now. So floating that right leg off the floor, finding your balance here. Back foot active, T-shaped balance. Hands together or reaching forwards or back, your choice. Root down through the left foot. Lower right foot down next to left foot. And forward fold here. Walk your feet out to the edges of your mat and turn the toes out, heels in. Gently lower into Malasana, Yogi squat. So your Yogi squat could be quite upright as it's the first one. If you're happy, you could sink a little deeper or you could rock from side to side. Hands to prayer. Draw your chest through to meet your thumbs. In breath. As you exhale, take your forward fold, keeping your feet where they are, hips high, head low. Inhale, Malasana. Exhale, forward fold. Last one. In breath, Yogi squat. Exhale, forward fold. Step your feet back, plank position. Your way down, knees, chest, chin, Chaturanga Dandasana. Pull your weight forwards, breath in. Exhale, ease to the floor. In breath, your back bend. Exhale, your rest, whether that's down dog or child's pose. If you're in child's pose, coming back up to your downward facing dog. And pulling forwards, find your plank. Strong arms. Left foot hovers, step it behind. Wild thing. Reach. Left hand down, left knee down, right leg hovers. Left hand hovers. Strong right arm, pull the belly in, reach away. Now reaching for the foot. Pull the foot into the bum, push through that right hand, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, release, hand down. Tap your nose to the floor, lift that right leg as high as it will go. Straighten the arms, tuck your left toes under. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right foot steps forwards between your hands. And then we float. Left leg floats up, balancing on that right leg, bringing your hands to prayer or reaching back, your choice. Root down through the right foot, back foot still active. Draw the shoulders back a little bit. Lower the left foot next to the right, forward fold. Breathing here too. Walk your feet to the outer edges of your mat now. Toes out, heels in, Lower to your Malasana, hands to prayer. Draw your heart forwards. Drop the shoulders here, press those knees a little wider. In breath. Exhale, forward fold, hands down, hips high. Inhale, Malasana. Exhale, forward fold. And just do this a few more times, moving with your breath, not necessarily when I tell you to. Last one. Step back, plank position. Feet to the back of the mat. Pull your shoulders forwards, breath in. Exhale your way down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to your cobra or up dog, really pushing the hips down, glutes on, shoulders back. Exhale your way down dog or child's pose. Readjusting in your down dog if that's where you are. Beautiful. Pulling forwards now, find your tabletop. Strong arms. We're going to descend in a chaturanga fashion all the way down to the mat. So strong arms, bend the elbows back. Try not to drop the hips first. Oh, and then come all the way down onto the floor. We're going to take a half bow. So make sure you've got some space in front of you. Reach your arms out on the floor. Rest your forehead on the mat. When you're ready, pull the right foot in towards your bum. Reach back with your right hand. Take the foot outside of the foot and start to kick the foot into the hand. And then lift the forehead off the mat, but don't move the left leg yet. Keep kicking foot into hand. Lift a little higher. Right thigh should be off the floor. And then add in your left arm at the end. Keep kicking a little bit more. And relax. Whew. Rest all the way back down. Wiggle out your legs. Breathe into your belly. We'll do a half bow on the other side now. Right arm extends out, head down. Pull the left foot in. Reach back for your left foot with your hand. Ideally the outside of the foot to begin with at least. Kick the foot into the hand now. Lift the leg. Lift the forehead. Keep the right foot down. And then add in the right arm. Lift. And lower, relax, and rest. Wiggle out your hips. So you're welcome to do right and left side again. Make sure that the leg that you're not lifting stays grounded. Or you can join me now for a full bow. So glance at me, reach back for your feet. Outsides of the feet or ankles, it's your choice. Notice that the knees tend to drift apart. I'm exaggerating now, but bring the knees back in a fraction. Where the shoulders are right now is probably nowhere near where they need to be. So before you even engage, draw the shoulders back. So you're having to do less work when you're floating up in the air. So already pull the shoulders back. Now kick the feet into the hands. Feel the legs completely lift. Feel the glutes start to work. Push into your hip bones, your pelvis. The head will have already lifted probably. And lift the head. As you breathe in, you roll back. And as you exhale, you roll forwards. Join me when you're ready. We'll be here for 5 breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. And in. And in. One more. As you exhale, gently release down all the way to the floor. Wiggle out your hips. Turn your gaze to the right. Slow the breath down. Turn your gaze to the left. And from here, roll over onto your back. Bring your right knee into your chest. Give your right knee a nice squeeze in here. If it's more comfortable, you could bring the left foot in. Or if you're happy, keep the left leg long. Just going to come into a one-legged happy baby, or kind of like an inverted lunge. So you're going to slide your right hand down to the ankle to begin with. Right sole faces up, faces the ceiling. Left hand can rest on left hip. If you need a bit more, take the hand to the inside of the foot and just drop that knee back. You can play around with a little extension here if your hamstrings are okay. Just maybe moving the toes back towards the floor behind you. And then releasing the foot, bring your left hand onto that right knee. Draw the knee across, use your left elbow and hand as a shelf, coming into a twist. Allow that right hand to reach away, gaze to your right fingers, and let your legs be heavy here. Let the right shoulder relax to the floor. Slowing the breath down. Draw your right knee back into center, bring your left knee in, give yourself a little squeeze, a little hug, and then rock from side to side, just massaging out the lower back. You can keep your head down on the mat, or you can raise the forehead up to meet your knees, just rounding through the shoulders a bit more, if that feels nice. Keep the left knee where it is, extend the right leg, either placing the foot down and keeping a bend in that right knee, or extending the leg completely so it's straight and the heel is on the floor. Squeeze that left knee in a little tighter. You're welcome to stay here if this is enough of a hip stretch. If you want a bit more, slide your left hand down the inside of your left leg, reach for the ankle, sole of the left foot lifts up, right hand just rests on your right hip bone to keep it grounded here. If you need a bit more than this, take the inside of that left foot, head stays on the ground, drop the shoulders back, keep the foot flexed as you bring the knee closer towards the shoulder or towards the floor. Breathing into your belly or this space in front of you. And you could also play around with a gentle bit of hamstring stretching here, moving the toes towards the floor. And releasing the foot, right hand comes over onto that left knee, draw the knee across the body, use your hand as a shelf, shuffle the right shoulder under, reach your left fingers away, let your legs be soft now, both legs, gaze to your left fingers. Relax through your left hand. And slow the breath. Beautiful, bring your left knee back in, give yourself one final hug. Both knees in and squeeze them in, rock and roll or rock side to side. Take any movements now you need to release all the tension out of your back. And then make your way into your Shavasana, your relaxation time. Legs how you like, arms by your sides, palms up, or maybe you rest your hands on your body for comfort. Letting everything go, letting everything soften, no longer needing to engage or squeeze or reach back. You can let all that go. Allow your body to relax. You can stay here for as long as you need to, but if you're ready, start to wiggle fingers, wiggle toes, and take a full body stretch. Maybe bringing the knees in one last time, and then rolling over onto your right or left side. Pausing there for a moment. Slowly start to make your way back up to a seated position. You can open the eyes or keep them closed. We're going to take Hakini Mudra, bringing the fingertips to touch, starfishing the hands, and then place your thumbs on your chest, your heart chakra. Bow your head here. Hakini is another Hindu goddess. There are hundreds of them. And this mudra is supposed to seal in or lock in mental clarity, promoting an open, spacious mind, allowing the mind to empty of thoughts and busyness, and give you more power and control over your mind and your memory. Just bring you into a healthier mental state. Bring your hands to prayer. Connect your hands to your heart. And thank yourselves for your practice. I thank you for your presence. Namaste.